Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I'm going to be doing my championship predictions on the Super app. Sorry, I've just been busy recently. I haven't made any videos in the last 3 days, but videos will be coming back. This is the championship because it's currently Thursday, and it's, as you can tell by the time, it's 20 to 11, so I couldn't really make a video here. So I'm just going to make it on the Super app. Same with the Premier League. But Coventry Hill will be a video, a proper video. So that'd be interesting. But yeah, we start off with Luton versus Sheffield United. An interesting match. Sheffield United, as you can see, currently sit. There's also a table on here, which is pretty cool. Sheffield United, as you can see, currently sit first. Luton 19th. It's definitely not been a bright season for Luton, as they may say. 1 win, 2 draws and 2 losses. A draw to Birmingham, a draw with Burnley, a loss to Preston, a loss to Bristol, and then a win over Swansea, which was the recent one. The recent one is they won over Swansea, which I think I said in my review it could give them a little bit of a confidence boost going into Sheffield United. High flying Sheffield United with a 1-0 loss over Watford was their only loss of the season. They beat Millwall, drew to Middlesbrough, beat Sunderland, and then beat Blackburn Rovers. So Sheffield United high flying first at the moment, 10 points. As you can see, as Luton currently sit 19th with 5. So it's going to be quite interesting to see where this goes. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Sheffield United win. They look stronger than Luton, and they just look a little bit more in there. Kenilworth Road may be rocking. Kenilworth Road could be, a fortress to go to, but Sheffield United for me will just get another 3 points on the road. So yeah, 3-1 to Sheffield United, 3 huge points. Moving on to Sunderland versus Norwich. Norwich having an okay season, currently sit 8th, but with Sunderland 5th. They're looking very strong. Sunderland very strong. They drew to Coventry, they then beat Bristol, drew to QPR, lost to Sheffield United, only 2-1, which is not a bad result, and then beat Stoke. So huge for Sunderland. But with Norwich 1-2, lost 2, drew 1. Their loss was over Cardiff. Their draw was over Wigan. Loss over Hull. And you're thinking, 3 games, 2 losses and a draw. It's woeful for Norwich. You think Norwich should be doing better. And then they just pick up a win over Huddersfield and then a win over Millwall. 2 huge wins for Norwich. Pushes them right up to 8th. And they're only 1 point off their opponents. So honestly, this game could go either way. I'm just gonna back a draw. I just don't see other team winning this game. I think it'll be a very interesting and close match, but definitely a game to watch out for. Moving on to Blackburn versus Stoke, 2 teams on either end. Look at that, 3 wins in a row for Blackburn, then 2 losses. Stoke's season has been very stop start with a loss, a win, a loss, a draw, a loss. It's a tough game to predict for this game because Blackburn have just lost 3-0 to Reading and then 3-0 to Sheffield United, and Stoke's just lost 1-0 to Sunderland. They did draw to Middlesbrough, they have that in mind. I just don't see Stoke getting a result. I just don't see Stoke picking up all 3 points here, and I don't think they'll get a point. I think Ewood Park will go absolutely nuts, and I think Blackburn will win 2-0. Confident win for Blackburn. The 2 3-0 losses, as it does come as, being awful, shocking, poor 2 3-0 losses. One Sheffield United, which I don't get because, if you want to battle for playoffs, battle for automatics. You've got to play the good teams, and the first good team I think they've really played, has it? QPR not brilliant at the moment. Swansea not really brilliant. West Brom. It's really the first proper good team they've played, and they lost 3-0. It doesn't really put a good ring to it. So I think Blackburn, if they want to compete against the toughest, compete against the hardest, they're going to have to do something over Stoke. They may have to, well, Stoke aren't really good, but they have to try and, maybe beat the Watfords. And if you beat the hard teams, you build yourself a very good platform. Moving on to Blackpool versus Bristol. As you can see on the table, Blackpool currently sit 11th and Bristol sit 7th. So, two teams in and around that position. Blackpool was 7 points. Bristol also was 7 points. So both teams coming into this game on the same points. I don't know about the Blackpool at home giving any advantage. Bristol have just come off a 2-0 win over Cardiff, which is huge, and a 2-0 win over Luton. The Blackpool, 3-3 draw with Burnley? What a result! And then a 1-0 win over QPR. I just don't know where to call. I think it could be the home team who stretches it out to the 2-1. Yeah, 2-1 Blackpool. It's a bold prediction. I could definitely just go for like a 1-1. Yeah, 1-1. I'm going for a 1-1 draw here. I just don't see either team winning. Blackpool, they look decent on their day. What a draw over Burnley, going 2-0 down to 2-1 and 3-1 down to 3-3, which is fantastic. They do lose one of their players. I forgot who it was, but they do lose a player. And Ian Matson has gone for Burnley. But Bristol beat Cobb in the Cup. But we don't really care about the Cup. But yeah. Moving on to Cardiff versus Preston. Cardiff currently sit at 12th. Preston sit in a very comfortable 9th even. Very nice 9th. They're on the same amount of points, so it's hard to predict. Oh, Cardiff City Stadium. It's going to be interesting. Preston they haven't lost. They're unbeaten, but with 4 draws, which is quite unbelievable. A 0-0 Wigan, a 0-0 Hull, a 1-0 Luton, a 0-0 Rotherham, and a 0-0 Watford. They've scored 1 goal all season, and that's all they need. That's all they need. Is a goal over Cardiff, and they've won. Their defence is absolutely fantastic. They have not conceded a goal this whole season so far, but they've only scored 1. So it says something about 2 parts of the pitch. The attack is not really looking fluent enough, really dominating that. And I saw in the Preston game, Watford were the dominant side. There was one 18-year-old who was just tearing Preston apart, and the striker just couldn't finish. So that's what Preston have to worry about. Cardiff just coming back off a 2-0 loss over Bristol, a 0-0 with West Brom, a 1-0 over Birmingham, a 2-1 loss over Reading, and at the start of the season, a 1-0 win over Norwich. So I'm going to go Cardiff. I'm going to Preston 1-0. That is bold, and I do stand out. But I do think Preston will just have enough, and they won't concede. I don't see them conceding this Cardiff side. But yeah, it's been a very interesting start to the season for Preston. Moving on to Huddersfield versus West Brom. Huddersfield are looking awful. 22nd. Yeah, they're not looking good at all. I didn't know you could do this. That's pretty sick. They played 4 matches because the game against Cov got postponed. But a 2-1 loss over Norwich, awful. Not awful. Start season, 1-0 loss over Burnley, not awful. 2-1 loss over Birmingham, worrying. 3-1 over Stoke, it's good. And then 2-1 loss over Norwich. It's not awful from Huddersfield. It's not awful. But West Brom, West Brom have not looked good at all. 1 win, 1 loss. Let's see where they are. They are 14th, I believe. Yeah, 14th. 5 matches played, 3 draws, 1 win, 1 loss. It's okay. And their win was a home game, and their most recent game. A 1-1 draw over Middlesbrough, a 1-1 draw over Watford, a 2-1 loss over Blackburn, a 0-0 Cardiff, and a 5-2 win over Hull. It's interesting. Huddersfield at home. I'm going to go back to back for West Brom. Back to back wins for West Brom. 2-1 win for West Brom. They don't look awful, West Brom. And that win over Hull shows it. Hull were second, West Brom were 22nd. 20 places separate these two sides, and West Brom's got on 5-2. Early start of the season, I know, but that's what a win can do early. You go from 22nd to 14th with 1 win. That's what they can do. And I think it'll be another win, and they'll climb up the table even more and build on their momentum. And this West Brom side can go far. Moving on to Hull Cov. We've only played 2 games in the season, but as you heard on my news, and I've read so many articles after, the game against Preston is going ahead. Just. I think. I'm not too sure, but yeah, we've played 2 games. We drew against Sunderland and then lost to Millwall. I think we're without Hamer in this. I don't know what they're doing, because we probably had a 3-day match ban, and I'll be 3 game weeks after we still haven't played, so I don't really know. Hull 2-1 Bristol, a 0-0 Preston, a 2-1 Norwich, a 1-1 Burnley, and then a 5-2 loss to West Brom. Honestly, I don't know what to think about this Cov side at the moment. I don't think we haven't lost any of our star players, which is good. I think Callum Hem might be back for this game. I need to check up on that. But honestly, I don't know what to do. All I can go off is a 3-2 against Millwall. Our heads were just down because of our stadium crisis. Our players are full on rested for 3 games. So surely we go out there and win. And that's what I'm going to predict. A 2-0. It's hard to think what. It's hard to see Cov. We're last because we have 3 games in hand. But Hull have sit down to 6. The 5-2 loss is what we can really work on with Hull. A 5-2 loss over West Brom is what we can work with in this game. We can also have the benefit of Cobb with the stamina, and the rest. We have so much rest. We can go into the season full pelting now. But yeah, I think we'll win 2-0. Be a close game, but I think it was great. But Gyökeres goal, and yeah, a Gyökeres double. I love Gyökeres. There's so many games left, Jesus. Alright, moving on to Middlesbrough Swansea. Let's see where Middlesbrough are 23rd. QPR are 17th. Game of Swansea even. One thing of QPR. Swansea are 20th. That's even worse. Honestly, this game. Yeah, Middlesbrough are winless in 5. They drew against West Brom, lost to QPR, drew to Sheffield United, drew to Stoke, lost to Reading. I don't really know what I can go off of that. But with Swansea as well, a Rotherham draw, a 3-0 loss to Blackburn, a 1-0 win over Blackpool, a 2-2 with Millwall, and a 2-0 loss over Luton. This game's got a 0-0, 1-0 Swansea written all over it. I'm going to go for 0-0 because if we win, we don't go last, we go ahead of Middlesbrough. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 Swansea. 2 teams doing pretty awful, without any stretch of the imagination. Honestly, both teams look shocking, woeful, poor, just disappointing. These 2 teams, people think of playoffs. They're more than relegation scrap. Middlesbrough winless in 5. The Swansea have got 1 win in 5. They're both draw and loss specialists. The Swansea lost 2, drawn 2, lost 2, drawn 3. Honestly, I don't know these 2 teams. It's interesting. 3 points, 5 points. It's as simple as that. Right, moving on to Millwall versus Reading. Reading, on the other hand, are looking fire. Third, with 9 points. They started the season with a 1-0 loss to Blackburn and think, oh, here we go again. And then they beat Cardiff 2-1. And then they lost to Birmingham like 4-0. It's like, oh, that's a harsh result. Beat Blackburn 3-0 and then beat Middlesbrough 1-0. Honestly, brilliant results. Beat Stoke, lost to Sheffield United, beat Cov, drew to Swansea, lost to Norwich. I think Reading, on the back of their 2 double wins, I can see it's going to be an absolute masterpiece for Reading. I think Reading will just build their steps, build their building blocks, and I think they'll get another huge win on the horizon. I think Reading just look strong. As simple as that. They look strong. And yeah, it's interesting. There's 3 games left. Alright. Rotherham versus Birmingham. I think Rotherham looking pretty decent. 13th position right now. Birmingham 18th. If you both will start, 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses. It started off with a 0-0 with Luton, a 2-1 Huddersfield, a 1-0 Cardiff, a 1-1 and a 1-0 Wigan. Oh, what am I doing? I don't know, but Birmingham's difficult. Rotherham look good, and that's something we have to look out for. They have a game in hand on everyone else, and they're unbeaten in 4. 1 win and 3 draws, currently sitting on 6 points. And what a result! A 1-1 over Swansea, good result. 4-0 over Reading, really good result. A 0-0 Preston, and then a 1-1 QPR. Not bad results, and I think they'll get a huge 1-0 win over Birmingham. I think Birmingham will yet suffer another defeat. 0-0 Luton, or 2-1 Huddersfield, a 1-0 Cardiff, a 1-1 Watford. Yeah, pretty poor from Birmingham. Right, moving on to Watford versus QPR. Watford are unbeaten in 5. They can take that. 1-0 Sheffield United, huge result. 1-1 West Brom, huge. 1-0 Burnley, huge. A 1-1 Birmingham, and then a 0-0 Preston. QPR on the other hand, look woeful. They look woeful. 17th. Watford sit 2nd, I believe. And if I've got that right, that's unbelievable ball knowledge of James. 17th QPR, yes. 2nd. Oh, yes, give me some. It's going to look earlier, but. Alright. Watford look interesting. I think, yeah. Prize package. That 18-year-old looked fire. 18-year-old looked class. He literally opened Preston up like bang. With one simple pass. Unbelievable. Alright, moving on to the last game, Wigan-Burnley. Wigan have played 4 games, Burnley played 5. Burnley have 6 points, Wigan have 6 points. Wigan also have a game in hand. Burnley are not looking great. Vincent Kompany isn't doing wonders. I think we'll just have enough here. 2-1 Burnley. I think Burnley just have enough. That is all my predictions. So I've gone for 3-1 Sheffield United, 1-1 between Sunderland and Norwich, 2-0 Blackburn, 1-1 Blackburn Bristol, 1-0 Preston, 2-1 West Brom, 2-0 Cardiff, 1-0 Swansea, 2-1 Reading, 1-0 Rotherham, 3-0 Watford, and 2-1 Burnley. I think I'm going to do predictions a lot like this now, more like this, because I think it's just easier. There's a table there as well, so you can easily see it. It's just a lot better. Alright, that, my friends, are my predictions. And that's what I've gone for. Yeah, so that wraps up the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. See you guys in the next one. Peace.